Hey guys, good morning, g'day, good evening, wherever you are. It's Craig Whitney here, founder and host of the Legacy Forge podcast and Next Level Coaching and Jim's Life Coaching Franchisee. Today's episode of the Legacy Forge podcast, well, we shift owners and operators from how to the why not through lessons of failure rather than guruship and warship, where ground level experiences on actually helping those to build their businesses and build their lives, build an ultimate legacy. Today's episode, we are diving deeper on this identity thread because it's something that I want to drum home to my audience out there. Yeah, it's all about identity, 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 identity. Now I get it. We don't wake up in the morning and we go, "Oh, I need a new identity today," right? Like putting on a pair of shirts or a pair of strides or whatever. However, the underlying tone or the message of it is that it's not what I need to do every day, it's who I need to become to step in. Yeah, that's the underlying tone. And so, on today's episode, you will learn the three shifts on going from the owner to operator shift. And yes, I've got a bit of a run sheet here. The one decision that changes everything. Yeah, how to. Yeah. So the first thing we'll look at is how operators own tasks, owners own outcomes, owners build before they build profit, they build people. And the third point is become the person your business and your life needs. Sounds woo-woo, but it comes back to that idea, yeah? So most business owners believe the next level comes from a better strategy, a better marketing funnel, another AI tool. I mean, this day and age, we just absolutely bombarded in AI. It's getting to the point it's having a reversal effect now on where people are just running events, going old school and banning tech completely because we are craving human connection. We spend so much time in front of screens and plugged into things that we've forgotten what a heart-to-heart conversation is. And so what I'm noticing, the big trends happening in Europe and they're happening in America and they're starting to happen here in Australia is community centres and churches and PCYCs have just been booked up for events and they're banning phones, they're banning tech, they're banning anything and everything that you can get plugged into. Going back to the old school of pen and paper and A3 clipboards, yeah? Why not? I think that's the most experience, yeah? So it's definitely not an AI tool or hiring the next gun employee. But after working with business owners, I've realized something. The biggest breakthrough doesn't happen when the business itself changes. It happens when the owner changes. You, me, yeah? The greatest decision you'll ever make isn't to grow your business. It's deciding to stop thinking like an operator. Yes, a subcontractor, and start leading like an owner. Subbies are just glorified employees with an ABN number or a company, right? You just want to save money on, the perks, holiday pay, super, and everything like that. So you make them get an ABN number, and you go owner operator. That's what a subcontractor is. Now Uber, you want cheap labour, put a subcontractor on. Courier drivers, you want cheap labour, put subcontractors on. Brainwash them with the idea that it's their own business when it's not. Yeah? Stop acting like a subcontractor and start acting like an owner. Yeah? 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 Operators ask what needs to get done today. Owners ask what needs to exist tomorrow. Write that down. What needs to get done today? The operator asks. Owners ask what needs to exist tomorrow. Yeah? Two powerful questions. One manages today's workload, the other builds tomorrow's future. Both work hard, only one. That's right, one creates freedom. So the first thing I want to teach you today is operators own tasks. Owners own outcomes. Operators stay busy. They're caught in the net of busyness, but forget on how to become productive. Owners stay intentional. Operators measure success by activity. Owners measure by progress. Being busy feels productive, but really you're just running around like a blue-ass fly and doing nothing. Yeah? Who's had that? I know I have plenty of times, yeah? Until you've realised you've been running around all day without moving forwards. Like Louis, the blue-ass fly. Ask yourself, am I completing work or creating value? Write that down and integrate that into your nervous system. Am I completing jobs that someone else can do, that AI can do, that an employee can do, that an outsourced Filipino labourer can do? $20 hour shit? Or am I creating value? Teaching 2. Owners build people before they build profit. One of the biggest mindset shifts is understand this. Your business will only ever grow to the level of the people inside it. That includes you as the owner, the franchisee. If every decision depends on you, you haven't built a business. You've just built a job with a set of decals around it, or a shop with a nice fancy sign on top. Yeah, leadership isn't about being the smartest person in the room. I'm not very smart. I failed high school, by the way. But I've got a lot of years experience, 12 years in and out of the franchising game and small business world. I don't have a jet or anything like that. I've just got a lot of wisdom. This is about helping everyone else become stronger. That's the shift from control to trust. And I know more solopreneurs are more open and susceptible to coaching and mentoring and the personal development and personal growth over franchisees who get stuck in the rut of the system, the how-to. They swallow the Kool-Aid. And I'll be authentic as fuck here. I don't care. And I respect franchise systems for what they are and what they produce. But where you encourage the franchisees to keep drinking the Kool-Aid like your franchise is the only system on earth that's going to get them from point A to point B is wrong. And if you don't encourage your franchisees to have outside coaches for different perspectives who have runs on the board, then that's even more wrong. Really, you shouldn't be in business. My question to any franchisor or to any franchise owner is, do you have a coach yourself? If you don't have a coach, you're a hypocrite. Plain and simple. I don't care how successful your business is. You'll be out of business real soon. Okay? So then the third point is become the person your business needs. This is where the Arete Method comes alive. The excellence of being. This is what the Greeks explained it as. They lived it, not excellence of doing. Every owner eventually reaches a ceiling where more effort no longer creates better results. Why? Because the business is waiting for the owner to evolve. Stop asking, what should I do next? Start asking who I must become for the next level to be possible. That includes franchisees too. There's always another level. If your franchisor is not challenging you for growth, get a new franchisor. Get a coach. I'm sorry. Because every breakthrough in business is preceded by a breakthrough in leadership. I'll be quite direct. If your franchise support network is not challenging you to grow, not just your business, but grow yourself, the most direct approach. Walk away. Walk away from your business. And I'll tell you a story. I was at an event recently, 3-day event on the Gold Coast, and we had 3 franchisees in the room, couples. And they were put through the grill of their franchise idea. Torn apart by high-level thinkers, successful business owners, entrepreneurs. Now, each franchise was generating between $500,000 to $1 million a year in turnover. So quite successful businesses, but you could tell by the owners that they were overwhelmed, they were flogged. They were desperate to sell. No one was wanted to buy. Private equity doesn't want nothing to do with franchises because all you're doing is buying data, right? You're not really buying the tools and everything else. You just want data. That's private equity. Yeah? These guys were desperate to get out. So by the end of the weekend, they literally phoned their franchisor and walked away. Literally. Because the franchise support network were not challenging them to grow. The franchisors were not growing themselves. Nobody had coaches. They were drinking the Kool-Aid too much. Yeah? There's an old mantra I've learned off my coach is don't drink your own Kool-Aid. Never get high on your own supply, as he keeps drumming into me. Yeah? Yeah? So in closing, guys, one day your business will either become a prison or a platform. That decision won't be made by the market. It won't be made by your staff or even by your clients. It'll be made by the person who looks back at you in the mirror every morning. So here's my challenge this week. Don't focus on building a better business. Focus on becoming better. You. Because when the leader grows, the business has no choice but to follow. That's right, to follow. That's not business coaching. That's Arete, the future of excellence in being. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm opening the doors for opportunity for one-on-one phone call, just a phone call. Let's build a relationship. Let's see if we can work together. 30-minute phone call. Links below. Reach out and connect. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.